I can't believe this. I'm really lost without you. I'm hopeless.
Society gets wrapped around becoming a part of a machine. Society, instead of becoming a bunch of individuals that are expressing themselves in unique ways, and everybody sort of borrows and shares and sells this and you sell that, and we all sort of figure out how we can contribute in a society, we got sidetracked and diverted into these boxes that they call companies and corporations.
I'm hopeless. I'm strung out on you.
It talks about this. It talks about how in the West and in our culture, we're brought up like, hey, go to prep school, go to college, get a career, start a family, get a big house. Like, that's success, right?
And we got stuck into these containers, they go cubicles or offices, and we got forced into this system. So our time, instead of it being invested in making pottery or fixing cars or doing something where you have a passion or you have some sort of a connection to, instead of that, you've sold your life to sit in a box and work for a machine, an uncaring machine that demands productivity.
People do that, you know. This is something I learned growing up in Hilton Head because it's kind of a wealthy place. People do that. They do those things. They follow that formula, and people are miserable. Right. We have anxiety. We have depression. We have like all sorts of things. You're so loneliness, you know, living in these huge things. So that can't be the answer, right? Then you have these cultures, you know, third world cultures all over the world that don't have that much at all. But they have community, and they have tribe.
But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right. You know something? They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table and figure out how badly they're getting fucked by a system that threw them overboard 30 fucking years ago. They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. Obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly shittier jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it.
I'm hopeless. I'm strung out.